Earning additional returns with Bitcoin is possible through Bitcoin liquidity staking with LBTC. Hey, welcome to Crypto Owl. Exciting topics all about Bitcoin staking. Even though Bitcoin isn't actually a proof-of-stake blockchain, it's possible through DeFi tools by bringing your Bitcoin, for example, onto the Ethereum or Solana blockchain, and then converting them into wrapped Bitcoin, which used to be available. By now, however, there are many different forms of Bitcoin, in this case, liquidity Bitcoin with the Lombard platform. In this video, I want to show you how the whole thing works and how you can earn additional returns with their own BARD token. The platform is called Lombard, and Lombard has its own BARD token, Bitcoin on the Ethereum or Solana blockchain, specifically LBTC. And this LBTC, you automatically convert it in their app, stake it, and there you can earn up to 1% annual return. But with additional options, even higher percentages are possible. We'll take a look at the app in a moment. First, what is this LBTC? Ultimately, it's just a variation of your Bitcoin on the Ethereum or Solana blockchain, depending on how you use the whole thing in the app. The LBTC, which stands for Lombard Staking Bitcoin, that's its full name, is backed by Bitcoin, meaning real Bitcoin. That means it should always have the same price as Bitcoin and not fluctuate here, since it imitates the Bitcoin price, or this LBTC should always be pegged to the Bitcoin price. Of course, deviations can occur verbally or hourly, but in general, it should remain pegged. The Lombard platform stands out with its DeFi marketplace, Bitcoin staking, and the Lombard SDK. This way, you can create your own vault on this platform because the DeFi vaults give you additional returns when you lock up your Bitcoin here and earn extra yield from these vaults. And further features are still planned on the roadmap, namely cross-chain with Bitcoin functionality, the Lombard ledger, and structure and tokenized products. So there will be additional products, for example, real-world assets. All of this is already enough for you to use this platform. Then check out the link in the video description to start using the platform and register here. The Lombard platform has already attracted quite a bit of attention. Since they launched on X in May 2024, they have already gained 115,000 or more followers. And with their own token, which has been live since the 8th of September, there are additional yield opportunities, and we definitely need to take a closer look at this token. The token has only been live for a few days now, and the token of the Lombard platform is called BARD, so let's take a closer look at it. The BARD token is currently priced at around $1. It has already been listed on several exchanges, and these listings have caused its price to rise as high as $1.50. There were some airdrops, which were probably sold off here as well. At least that's the assumption within the community as to why it was sold off so heavily. There is a total supply of 1 billion tokens, and currently only 225 million are in circulation. The token could be acquired early through various platforms, or rather through early investment platforms such as OKX Jumpstart, allowing early investment in this token. Thanks to this launch pool, investors were able to get into the project at a lower price, and some of them decided to sell the tokens that were already unlocked for them, since some of these tokens are locked up, in order to take profits early. In addition to OKX Jumpstart, where the tokens cost nothing, in other words, it was an airdrop, there was also the option to invest via BulletPad. There, the token price was 45 cents. And of course, there were also early investors, and in the seed round, $16 million were raised. The investors here are Polychain Capital, OKX Ventures, Robot Ventures, and others that we can see here. Mainly, as we can see here, with OKX and HTX, exchanges are also among the investors, alongside investors like Franklin Templeton. This BARD token is intended for staking, meaning you can lock up this BARD token, put it into staking, earn returns on it there, and these staked BARD tokens are removed from the market, meaning they can't just be sold quickly. Currently, the average annual BARD staking yield is even 240%. And additionally, if you do this, meaning you stake BARD, you also receive extra returns on their platform from Bitcoin staking and the Bitcoin vaults. They also have a simple informational website that shows how everything works regarding distribution, the token, and how they become available, of course. At the same time, there was also in the beginning an airdrop, which we'll get to in a moment. This was distributed via the OKX Jumpstart platform, as we just saw. And there was a reward for early users of the Lombard platform who already had their Bitcoin staked there. We'll get to that in a moment as well. Additionally, there will be a second round of the airdrop. So anyone who uses the platform now still has a chance at another token airdrop of the BARD token. Another function of the BARD token is that if you hold it or have it staked, you have the opportunity to participate in the governance process, meaning you can vote on platform decisions and gain early access to new features on the platform, test them early, and potentially benefit from higher returns with new staking functions. At the same time, investing in the BARD token naturally secures the platform, since the platform earns money through the token and its trading volume. If you're interested in the BARD token or also want the opportunity to earn additional returns, then just go ahead and buy it, for example, on OKX. There's a promotion running there until the 30th of September for everyone who has been newly invited. Through a partner link like the one I have, you can grab a share of the 60,000 USDC prize pool by registering and using the OKX platform. Buy cryptocurrencies easily with OKX, the fully regulated platform in Europe. No need to worry about the MyCA license in the future because OKX already has it. Transparent reserves, easy deposits, and secure and fast verification. Buying cryptocurrencies has never been so easy. Use the simple mode, which you can also find in their OKX app, and easily buy, for example, 200 euros worth of BARD tokens or any of these various cryptocurrencies. They have over 500 listed. You can buy them here very easily using the simple function, and of course you can just as easily reverse the transaction. In other words, selling as well. You can deposit euros here via SEPA, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and even PayPal. The coins or tokens you purchase will then be credited to your OKX account. There, you can send or receive them. This means that if you already have BARD tokens, for example, you can transfer them to your OKX account, but you can also transfer them out. That's not always the case with simple exchanges that you can transfer them out. Easily keep an eye on your portfolio. With low fees, simple purchases, and fast sales via OKX. Use my link in the video description or in the pinned comment, sign up by September 30th. Verify your account and receive a share of the 60,000 USDC prize pool at OKX. Let's move on to the application, or rather, to the app. This is what it looks like. Convert your Bitcoin into LBTC and stake them across 13 blockchains to earn a yield on these Bitcoins, paid in Bitcoin. And keep in mind, Bitcoin still has growth potential, meaning the Bitcoins you earn here could also increase in value. So that means double returns, if you will. Additionally, there are the DeFi walls, which we'll take a look at in a moment, where you can earn even more returns. And with tokens, for example, the BARD token, you can get additional returns here, like a multiplier of up to 4 times. Connect your wallet across different blockchains. Just click here on the user terms. For example, all the EVM wallets that are displayed here, the SUI wallet, and also the Solana wallet, which are available here. I use EVM and use Wallet Connect to easily connect here with my Tangem app. And just like that, I'm connected. Connecting your wallet has never been so easy with the new Tangem update. Tangem, the simple hardware wallet, currently has 25% off the ring. That means you pay $120 for this great Tangem ring. You only need your US ring size to find the right ring for your finger. Not interested in the ring, but just the cards? Then you always get 10% off with the link in the video description or with the code CRYPTULE. Save 10% on the simple Tangem hardware wallet and use the easy Wallet Connect function to, for example, use things like liquidity staking with Bitcoin at Lombard. When we're logged into the platform, we can, for example, stake our Bitcoin here as well. Let's say, for example, we had 2 Bitcoin. If only. We can then convert these 2 Bitcoin into LBTC on Ethereum. And on Ethereum, of course, there's a small minting fee to receive these LBTC. In this case, that's 81 cents. I confirm and authorize the whole process with my Tangem app in this case. Then I can stake these LBTC and receive an average annual return of 0.82%. The current total value locked is $1.3 billion in LBTC. So what exactly is this LBTC staking? I stake these LBTC and receive additional returns. These are generated by the pools. It's important to note that when you do this and earn a return, you can convert your LBTC back into BTC at any time and receive it natively in your wallet, in my case, the Tangam. Currently, the average annual return measured over 14 days is 0.82%, and this is paid out in native Bitcoin, not LBTC, but BTC. What is the risk involved in all this? Of course, such decentralized financial applications always carry risks, for example, in the smart contract or the bridge. These risks are, of course, also indicated here as a disclaimer. So far, however, everything has been running smoothly. Through their own marketplace, you can also buy these LBTCs in a decentralized way. For example, through the walls or various DeFi platforms listed here, such as Aave, which is one of the most well-known. The DeFi walls are also very interesting as they offer even higher returns, for example, an average annual yield or APY of 3.1%. Currently, the total value is only 103 million, so I think there's still room for growth. You can use various web deposit Bitcoin, LBTC, and all the different types of Bitcoin here on various blockchains and then participate in this. Additionally, there are also other Bitcoin DeFi walls. Always pay attention to which blockchain it's on, what the APY is, and how the rewards are paid out. The total value locked is always interesting as well, to see whether this pool is actually being used. But in general, we see that quite a few are possible there and that they also pay out very interesting returns. And depending on how you, for example, have them paid out in the BARD token, the yield can even be higher than the stated APY. With their own bridge, you can, for example, send LBTC from Ethereum to Solana or vice versa. Buy or sell LBTC on their simple swap platform. With your connected wallet, you can select various cryptocurrencies here and, for example, swap them into LBTC or exchange LBTC for those same currencies. The whole thing has piqued your interest. You can find a link to it in the video description or in the pinned comment. A quick note, this link also supports the work of the channel. Here are some more interesting figures about LBTC. Wrapped Bitcoin has been around for a long time, and Coinbase Bitcoin is also well known. And around 3,600 Bitcoin have already been converted there. Lombard Bitcoin, or LBTC, is relatively new, and the fact that almost 800 Bitcoin have already been converted and staked in this protocol is quite impressive. On the topic of the airdrop, a user commented who had actually forgotten that he was getting an airdrop here and was then pleasantly surprised to receive 215 BARD. At an approximate price of $1 each, these 215 BARD are worth about $200. However, the first payout is only $100 and the rest are locked for 6 months. But let's remember, the token description also mentioned airdrop wave 2. Here's a funny fun fact about BARD. Do you remember when the whole artificial intelligence topic came up and Google said, we're making our own artificial intelligence called Google BARD? But nothing ever came of Google BARD, because if you type in Google BARD or bard.google.com today, you end up on Gemini. So they've renamed the whole thing, but BARD could still be a topic in people's minds. Let's get to the conclusion. What's exciting here is that with your Bitcoin, especially for those who've been involved with Bitcoin for a long time, you can generate additional returns. And these also have the potential to experience price appreciation, since Bitcoin will probably continue to rise in the long term. This is very interesting for early investors. For investors who first need to buy Bitcoin, it's questionable whether you would want to use this at all. Of course, the whole thing carries a risk, since the topic of bridge staking protocols or smart contracts always involves dangers, for example, the potential for hacker attacks. With Lombard, independent certifications have confirmed that the whole thing is secure. On the website, they list 2 well-known names. Even if you might say that Bitcoin staking isn't that interesting because you don't own much Bitcoin, you could take a look at BARD staking instead. With the token price at around $1 and additional returns for staking BARD, which has an average APY of 240%, I think that's interesting for many people. However, since many BARD tokens are generated through staking here, there's also a high risk that many people will sell these BARD tokens again and the price will fall in the long term. But if the platform is used over the long term and the BARD token plays a role in using the platform, its value could continue to rise. Many also see BARD as an investment in the future of this great protocol, and the numbers, 800 converted Bitcoin, are truly impressive. So if you own Bitcoin, are a bit risk tolerant and want to earn returns, this platform is just right for you. Additionally, you can earn extra returns with the BARD token and participate in the governance process of this platform if that's something you're interested in. And as mentioned, staking the BARD token alone also makes sense. Did you like this project, or did you like this coin introduction? Then give the video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more coin introductions. Don't forget to check the links in the video description. By signing up with OKEx, you'll receive an extra bonus and support the channel. By purchasing Tangem, you'll get a great wallet and also support the channel. And for watching the video, I want to say thank you and see you in the next video.